findings from the latest employment data. The Bureau of Labor Statistics released September's figures within the last 2 hours. It found that 119,000 jobs were added for that month. The unemployment rate stayed steady at 4.4%. With the data, the BLS also said they will not release the October findings. The November report will go out mid-December.
Looking at unemployment trends, it shows a consistent widening in gaps for workers of color. And joining us this morning to break all of that down is 9 News race and culture expert Dr. Rosemary Allen. Dr. Allen, good morning.
Good morning.
What can you tell us about this?
Well, like Corey said, we know that the unemployment rate is 4.4%. However, for black workers, it's a 7.5% unemployment rate. And for Hispanic workers, it's at about 5.3%.
Are those numbers getting better or worse?
They're actually getting worse, especially for black women. This year alone, over 300,000 black women lost their jobs. And from May to August, the unemployment rate rose by 25% for black workers and by 18% for Hispanic workers.
Why is that?
You know, there are many factors. One is that many communities of color, black workers, Hispanic workers, work in sectors that are very vulnerable to layoffs. And also, we have to talk about discrimination, and we have to talk about this impact of the perception of DEI and that people of color represent that DEI, so they're not being hired, and also the policies that took place in 2025 with the federal layoffs and things like that.
So what can be done to change that?
What we really have to do is look at job programs in those communities with the highest unemployment rate. And one of the supports, we've talked about child care, provide supports such as child care, such as transportation. We can also look at building skills like micro-credentialing. These programs, MSU Denver offers some where you can get a credential in a short period of time that's very affordable to kind of build up to upskill our workers, and also heavier enforcement, anti-discrimination enforcement in hiring, firing, and in promotions.
Just for my own understanding a little bit better, you had mentioned job programs and creating more of those. What does that look like?
Like I said, the micro-credentialing.
So like what MSU Denver is doing?
Yes, absolutely. So for instance, cybersecurity credentialing, some coaching credentialing, doulas and midwife credentialing, short periods of time.
Right.
Provide investments in those. People can get right back into a job market in a different sector that may not be as vulnerable to layoffs in the ways that we've seen them.
Yeah, incredible insight. Dr. Allen, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, let's get you your forecast, Katie.
Thank you.